Emily.
Hi, Blair. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. Some of you might recognize the great Emily Anderson on the other side of the screen. Emily used to be with part of our team here at FranNet for many years. She is now graduated to the other side of franchising on the franchisor side and franchise development side. So Emily, do you want to kind of disclose to everybody kind of where you're at and what you're doing?
Oh my gosh. Well, my heart is still very much with you and FranNet. And at this, I made a change earlier this year with Brand One Franchise Development, who FranNet has partnered with for many years. And as opposed to having access like you do to hundreds of different franchises, I'm really focusing on one franchise at a time and overseeing that development.
Right, but no better person to work with for our candidates that are looking at franchising. So, and Brand One's an excellent company. So we are here today. We'll be about 15 minutes to talk about a new brand that FranNet just brought into our inventory. And when Emily and I were setting this up, I was kind of kidding with Emily that she's been on our side and worked with clients who are looking at franchises. And we get clients all the time who say, "Hey, Blair, if you can find me a franchise that makes good money, is low ongoing costs, so low overhead. By the way, I don't want a lot of employees, and I want them to be fairly skilled at what they do. I want it to be home or office based. Oh, and I want to be fairly well proven, but still have good territory left. Oh, and by the way, I don't want to spend a lot of money doing it." So kind of it's kind of the diamond in the rough, if you will, or kind of the unicorn of franchises, if you will. Oh, and I forgot, wait, there's more. I don't want to spend a lot of time doing it either. Right. So, hey, I have a full-time job, and hey, I only want to dedicate 5-10 hours a week towards this new business, gonna make me this money and be fun, and people are going to enjoy it, all this fun stuff. But yeah, here we are. We're here to chat about it for, like I said, about the next 10 minutes or so, and just kind of want to give some teasers out there for it. So, Emily, without further ado, let's talk about the Dog Wizard.
Oh, I love talking about the Dog Wizard. Good luck getting me to stop talking to wrap this up in 15 minutes. So this business it just checks all of the boxes that you just talked about. And who knew? So this is a home-based business, low investment level, and this is mobile dog training. And so the owner can be owner operator and full-time working in the business, or they can be semi-passive. Maybe they've got a full-time salaried position, or they're looking at semi-retirement. For any reason, they can also be semi-passive, where they are essentially managing a manager that is running the daily operations. So when I say mobile model, what we've got a dog trainer that is driving a vehicle, a wrapped, usually a van, like a Sprinter van and such. And we do multiple different training methodologies in multiple ways. So the dog trainer might be going out to the customer's home, providing private dog training, perhaps group classes at a park or a facility. Otherwise, we do an intensive board and train where someone says, "Hey, can you board my dog for 1 or 2 weeks? Return it back to me fully trained." We do it all.
Right. And so when I think of this industry, at least here where we are at, it is, and probably across the country, is a highly fragmented industry, right? Yeah, look, so we're leaving to go out of town, and we have house sitters that came to preview the home, see where everything's at, and she go and watch our dogs, because we have 2, as you've seen, very large Bernese mountain dogs. One's a puppy in training, and she goes, "Oh, I do training." And that's the typical trainer, right? Is just this individual who loves being with dogs and does training. This is being professionalism behind it. This is making it a real business.
Yeah, and what it does is it helps people probably just like her who love dogs, who love training dogs, but we give them an opportunity to actually make a much better living. Because usually they don't have any branding, they don't have any marketing, lead generation. It's kind of oh, by the way, I train dogs and make a little side money. Whereas dog trainers, when they come on board with the Dog Wizard, they get to, and by the way, I'm gonna tangent here. So let's make sure I get back to the topic. But the two most common ways that we get dog trainers, number one, are previous clients, where clients say, the Dog Wizard, you trained my dog. Our connection, we're so bonded with our dog. Our family lives in harmony. Our life has been so changed. I want to learn how to do what you do. So I want to learn how to become a dog trainer.
Right.
The second most common way are existing dog trainers, probably like the woman who might be house sitting for you, who says, hey, I do some dog training, but I would like to do more of it. I want to make better money. I would like to expand my skill set and my tools. And so they come on board with the Dog Wizard and they actually make a much better living. I don't know any other business where the employees are literally coming to the owner saying, hey, can I come work for you?
Right. Right. They're passionate about it. It's what they want to do.
They're passionate about it. We have ridiculously low turnover, and we attract a really mature, passionate, dedicated group of people that make a career out of dog training.
So for our viewers out there, when I was kind of going over the attributes of this business, I'm sure what happened to many of them is they're going, yes, I want to hear about this business. And I went, it's dog training. And they kind of went, kind of like a dog. They kind of went,
Huh?
what? So,
Wait, what?
yeah. So can you kind of describe who your typical owner is? Who owns these franchises? I'm pretty sure people will be surprised.
I don't know if I have ever seen a franchise with such a diverse group of franchisees with differing backgrounds that all come together with shared values, integrity, principles, and a commitment to really wanting to make people happy. People that really respect the bond between an owner and a dog. We have husband-wife teams. We have young individuals that quickly scaled this with adding multiple trainers. We have young adult and their parents, so parent-child teams doing it. I also have some real estate investors that maybe owned real estate or maybe a boarding facility and took the Dog Wizard as kind of an add-on service. Mm-hmm. So it really runs the gamut from young people, seasoned professionals, you name it.
Gotcha. Can you kind of highlight kind of the bullet points of this business? So kind of investment, number of employees, the semi-absentee part, earnings part, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So this is, okay, there were so many bullets. So tell me what I missed. Total investment is about 82 to 98,000 all in. So that includes the franchise fee, how to become a dog trainer, and the owner can train dogs, doesn't have to. That includes the marketing, et cetera, et cetera. Key differentiators with this business. Now, my experience, which is similar to your experience, is usually when you have a franchise that is under 100K, it usually requires the owner to be very proactive in customer acquisition. Sales. Right. Sales. In a world of hunters and gatherers, you need to hunt or you need to hire a hunter. And good luck with that. Mm-hmm. What is so special about this business is it attracts people. This is not a salesy business. People are saying, I need dog training. I need help. We just got a puppy for Christmas, or my husband and I are at each other's throats. He wants to surrender the dog. It's my baby. We need to do something about this dog, right? And so people are looking for us, and we have exceptional SEO, banner ads, pay-per-click, Google AdWords, you name it, so that people can easily find us. Social media is extensive. And for anybody listening, go to the Dog Wizard's website or any of our franchisees and read the testimonials and the reviews. grab a cup of coffee and make yourself comfortable, because there's just pages and pages of 5-star reviews. Also word of mouth. So basically the owner does not need to be hunting and prospecting and selling. The owner needs to be either kind of managing the operations or managing a manager who's going to oversee it. Employees, so the trainers are usually W-2. In some cases, they can be 1099 or a combination. And one territory can be served by up to 3 trainers. So if somebody just wants one territory, we're talking about a team of 3, but this is really, really scalable. So one territory consists of a population of about 200,000 people. So as you want to scale, you acquire additional territory. If you own 3 territories, we're still looking at only 9 trainers. And that is a good living. I mean, darn it, FTC, we can't disclose the earnings on this call, but I am very transparent with that one-on-one, and the earnings and the money that our franchisees are making. I ask them, I speak with them one-on-one regularly, and I just ask them, hey, are you reaching your financial goals? And they usually laugh. They usually like, I never thought I could make this much money training dogs.
But it is disclosed in your disclosure document of what you can give to a candidate on, call it the second call or something like that, as long as you're both qualified.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way that our financial representation is broken out is owner operator, and what the owner operator, smaller, fewer trainers, what they're making, versus somebody who's really looking to scale and have multiple trainers and what they're making. So there's a lot of transparency so people can envision the potential and the possibility.
Gotcha. How many franchisees do you have right now?
About 28.
Okay. And how many territories?
Over 40. And I paused because here's what's happening. So we were operating in about 40 territories. And now that the Dog Wizard has partnered with Brand One, and we're seeing very, very rapid growth, current franchisees are quickly acquiring additional territory before it gets sold out. Right. But we have exceptional territory still available.
Gotcha. And for those, most people are going to be in the Pacific Northwest for this particular webinar, or listening to this webinar. How is the Pacific Northwest as far as availability?
Wide open.
So Oregon, Idaho, Washington, Alaska, wide open.
California, Nevada.
California. So you can pick a litter.
Somebody's in Las Vegas and there's somebody in Colorado, but
gotcha.
West Coast.
For the most part, it's wide open. So somebody can get the pick of the litter as far as pick of the litter. My God, this business is so fun, isn't it?
We haven't even started talking about the warm and fuzzies behind this business.
I know, right? Anyways, pick of the litter as far as territories. Yeah. Okay, so we have a business here that is semi-absentee, less than 100,000. Starts off with, and correct me on the ones that I may be wrong, 3 employees or less, dedicated employees. They want to work there. What else? What am I missing? The franchisor has an earnings claim that disclose the financials to you right up front. Territory is wide open. It's been in business for, I want to say 10, 15 years. 17. So very well proven. I mean, what more can somebody ask for? So, and yet, again, most of the franchisees are executive level people, right? Or mom and pops, or husband and wives, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. I think if this couldn't get any better, here it is. We're making people happy. Mm-hmm. We're making people happy. And usually, in businesses, low cost, semi-absentee, home-based mobile model, we're usually dealing with employees that are willing to, get dirty and clean mold, or crawl under houses, or clean dryer vents, or whatever. And that's helping people, but we're making people happy.
Right.
And we're serving, there's a huge community involvement. If you or your GM want to participate in adoption fairs or partner with a humane society, what we're looking for in an owner is somebody who understands and really respects the bond between a dog and the owner, and will support their trainers in serving their clients and their clientele.
Yep. And the dog will be happy too, because dogs want to be trained. They really do, right? So
Well, I have an 8-month-old border collie.
right.
If you and I had talked a few months ago, oh, it was chewing up the carpet. It ate Dan's custom orthotics.
Oh no.
You know, and Dan, my husband Dan, and he was obviously and understandably frustrated. And I told him he wants to be a good dog, but we need to tell him how.
Right. Right.
And I don't know how to do that.
I know. And people will pay a lot of money to have it done and to get it done right.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, so 2 things that are resulting from the pandemic. One, there's about 20 to 23 million dogs adopted during the pandemic that were rescued when their owners were home all day. And now that we are exiting the pandemic and going back to the office or traveling, the dogs are experiencing separation anxiety. So that has increased the demand for training. But number 2, more businesses are open to allowing their customers to bring their dogs in. I mean, I used to see dogs at Home Depot or the hardware store. I saw one at Costco the other day on a leash. I saw one at the gym. I see people wearing these baby carriers with their little dog on it.
On airplanes now all over.
On airplanes. Yeah. So again, these are people that are saying, well, if I can take my dog anywhere because businesses and establishments are allowing it, my dog needs to be really, really well behaved and well trained. So the demand on training is astronomical right now.
Great. Well, thank you, Emily. Thank you so much for your time. If you want to learn more about the Dog Wizard or really any franchising or just want to learn about franchising, the franchisors that we do work with, they do ask us to pre-screen. We do have an assessment tool that all of our clients fill out. So which Emily and Brand One will request to learn more about this brand because they want us to pre-qualify people so that they know that they're working with the right people for their brands. So again, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Emily. As we approach Thanksgiving here, happy Thanksgiving to everybody and happy holidays. Any parting words, Emily?
Happy Thanksgiving to you and everyone else. And yes, that profile is not only advantageous to me or the franchisors, it's really advantageous to the person who completes it. So kudos to FranNet for having that really exceptional tool.
Yeah, and thank you to you and Brand One. So if you do want to learn more, reach out to me. I'll get those tools out to you, and then we can get you in contact with the Dog Wizard and Emily. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.